Hey there, and welcome. I'm Cindy Daychuk with Queen Bee Creations. Thanks for tuning into the channel. This is the beginning of the year, and one of the things that inevitably happens along with people setting New Year's resolutions that they end up failing to keep is the desire to kind of reorganize spaces, get everything all set up and ready to go. And there's kind of this big flurry of activity and people trying to get organized to help their goals along, those kinds of things. One of the things that I had picked up was this handcrafted little organizer. Now this is something that, as much as you could think of it as going onto a desk, usually desk space, you don't have enough desk space. So I tend to look at this as something that you either would want to add legs to, so that if you're using on a desk, it's raised so you still have space underneath it. But in particular, I see it as being on top of a side cabinet, maybe on a hallway table so that you could pop in your mail and your keys, or in your office on shelving. So you might have a big shelving unit, you got books and things, but then this goes into one of those little spaces to, again, be able to keep things organized, have your paper supplies and those kinds of things. But it needs a little bit of help. It's old, it's tired, it's never been refinished, and bless the heart of the person who ever did set it up and get it done. Now, what I am going to do is kind of paint it out. So the first thing is these drawers have this shiny red paper in them. So I am going to attempt to, you know what, I was gonna say it's not even shiny red paper, you know what it is? It's a special board, and that is what it is. So that needs to get fixed. And I don't know for certain what I'm going to do. I'm either going to decoupage some paper in there, then on top of it, or I'm going to try painting it out. But it's not removable. It's a special board that's just been cut down that is that shiny bright red. And I'm trying to think what color I will do the outside. It's not going to be red. So red is probably not the best option, and that's on the two small drawers down here as well. What I am going to do, because I hate painting cubbies, I don't know about you, if I can get away with not painting them, I will. So I am going to try, I have a can of white chalk paint, so I'm going to try to see if I can get decent coverage inside this. This is raw wood, so I only have one can of this. What it does mean is I'm going to prime this first. So I will have to get in there with a long paintbrush and try and get some primer in there. I'm going to use a Zinsser bin primer just because it's pretty hardy. These do slide out. They're a little stiff, so they do slide out. I'm going to then be able to paint those. What I'm going to have to try and make sure that I do, because they don't slide out easily, is not paint the upper edge of those, because then they won't fit, right? They're already super snug. They're not going to slide in if they're painted. Same thing for the slots that they slide into. So that's a bit of a pain, but I'm going to have to see how that goes. And if I do get a bit of paint, I'll put some wax in and see if I can slide it in that way. So I'm gonna focus on getting the inside all painted first, and then we'll start worrying about the outside and making it look a little nicer. But at least if I get these interior spaces painted white, then I have a lot more flexibility about what else I'm going to do and painting edges and things. So I haven't made any decisions beyond getting the interior done and then taking it from there. So I'm gonna grab my primer so that, because this is raw wood, help my spray paint go further, get that on, get that done, and see if I'm able to spray inside some of these areas with any kind of even coat. You have to look pretty far in to see if it goes on evenly, so I'm hoping I'm good. A little more care up here where it's a bit open, and then we'll see about the outside. But don't pass these up. I bought this for $8.99, less 20%. It was not a senior's day, but I had a coupon. So less my 20%, so just a little over $6. Really can't beat that for the amount of organization it's going to give in a space. Okay, you can see this is all nice and clean and painted out on the inside. Now what I need to do is paint out the outside. So what I'm looking at doing, it's just really awkward sizing. What I'm looking at doing is opening jars with a broken finger is very awkward. I didn't realize how much I rely on that finger to hold things in one place. The lid was all crooked and oh my gosh, that hurt. All right, I am using Prom Queen by DIY, and what I'm looking at doing is just painting the outside. So not painting any of that, just painting the outside of this in one, probably 2 coats of Prom Queen, and then we'll come back to add the decorative elements. Okay, we've got our coats of blue on. Now it is time to add our stencil, and I'm going to be using the Wildflowers 2, which is a bunch of sprigs of wildflowers by JRB. I kind of checked, and they fit along the top of my piece. Now, you got 2 ways to go. You can either have them going from the back to the front, or you can have them growing from the front to the back. So I'm going to have them grow from the front to the back, and just kind of lining them up in a way that makes sense. I am going to be using Layered Chocolate by DIY. So I'm going to be adding that chocolate brown as my accent color to this. And what I intend to do, oh, here we go with the finger again. I keep forgetting. Okay, so what I'm also going to do is I'm going to stencil up the sides, and I am going to paint the top of the knobs in chocolate. I'm not going to focus on stenciling the front of the drawers. I think it starts to become overkill, but what I am going to do is I'm going to paint all of these lines in chocolate for contrast. So I've got a little bit of painting to go, and I need to be able to get into my jar. Okay, I have this lined up, and you can see that I'm going to have to carry it over. I'm at the bottom dregs of my layered chocolate, and I'm just going to offload my brush onto the stencil where there's just solid acetate. This is awkward with my finger. Okay, let's go in the middle so you can watch here. And I'm just going to lightly pounce this chocolate color in. It's a fairly detailed stencil, so I want to get crisp edges, but I really don't want to have a lot of bleeding happening underneath. So I am going to just stencil this all the way across, so there's 5, and I'm going to shift the stencil over, and I think I can maybe fit another 3 across here. And then I'm going to take a fine brush and I'm going to paint all of those in chocolate as well, so that I get that contrast in the front that kind of coordinates with what's happening on the top and the sides. And I love the simplicity of that. I love how crisp the chocolate looks against the blue. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to carry on just moving this down here
And I'm looking, kind of going, I have to try and center this on. So I think if I do these 3 middle ones, that'll line up good. All right, so I'm gonna do this and both sides and then start painting out my trim. While my paint is drying, the next step is I need to cover this red. It just really doesn't go with what I'm doing. So what I am looking at doing is cutting down a piece of my scrapbooking paper to fit the inside of all 3 drawers, and I am going to use some Mod Podge to decoupage it. So the first job of this is to measure it out and just get an idea of how big I need this. Now that this is dry, what we're looking at doing is finishing it off. So I want to do just a really quick light sand. That's about it. Wiping it off, just because as you stencil, you kind of leave little high peaks. So I want to just smooth that out so it's a little bit nicer to the touch. And then I'm going to seal it. Because this is going to be, used for papers and things like that, I am going to seal it with a top coat, with a polyacrylic top coat as opposed to a wax. A wax, if I leave it to cure, would be perfectly fine with paper, but most people don't wait for it to cure. So I'm just erring on the side of caution, and I'm going to fill it with a polyacrylic. In the interest of full disclosure, I didn't decoupage these in. I just cut them down and inserted them in, and I decided to leave it not decoupaged, and I figured then you could pop them out and replace them at will without having to be worried about cleaning all of the mess that usually goes along with having pens and assorted paraphernalia in kind of a desktop. You could certainly decoupage it if you're the type that you're going to be washing it out. I would rather replace the paper, so that's the route I took. So I'm going to get this sanded down and sealed up and assembled, and then come back at you. And this is what our little cabinet, our little shelving unit turned out like. So much nicer, super cute now, whereas easily something that you might have overlooked on the shelf in a thrift store. But for $7 and a little bit of paint, because that's all it was, stenciling, little bit of scrapbook paper, big deal, and you've got a great desk organizer. Going into the new year, everybody is looking for ways to be able to organize their spaces, to be able to keep things neat and tidy. This is perfect. It's not something that I would personally put on my desk because it would take up too much of my table space. But I have a big shelving unit beside my desk. This could easily go on one of the shelves to be able to keep things organized. I could see it going on the side of a credenza, or even in a hallway, so that you've got like your little keys and you've got all the different little memos and letters and things that kind of come into play. I could easily see, one slot for my husband, my son, and myself in terms of mail sortage. So I think it's got a lot of uses. It's just super cute now with very simple florals on it. Nothing that's really going to detract from it, but something for you to keep an eye out for. You see little odds and ends of these kinds of pieces all the time that you could paint up, stack up, do whatever you need to be able to help keep yourself organized going into the new year. I hope this gives you some inspiration. gives you some ideas as you're looking at some of the things maybe in your home or when you're out thrifting. Let me know what you think of this one. Love to hear from you, and I definitely look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, take care.